Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, I'm pleased to announce the first episode of a series of daily projects that I'm going to do in March of 2024. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a classic breakbeat every day from music history and I'm going to upcycle it and then put it on my Patreon, and I'm going to do that all in alphabetical order. Yes, this is the A to Z of classic breaks with Ned Rush. Yeah. And we start with A, and that is A for Amen, brother. Yes, of course. I might as well get it out the way. I'm sure we all know this one, but I will post a link to the original in the description, and I will do that with every break that I do every day because maybe you might like to hear where it's been sampled from or whatever. So what do I mean by upcycling? Well, often when I'm lurking on forums, I see people talking about things like, oh, I want this really clean break or whatever. And I think that maybe there's a little bit of a culture in taking break beats and cleaning them up, making them more ready to go out of the box when you want to use them in a project to save you some time, sort of when you want to chop them up or EQ them or whatever. You can save a lot of time by kind of cleaning them up, EQing them, resampling them, and then having that as your loop, as your starting point. I call it upcycling. It's a little bit like recycling because there was a program called Recycle, which you can still get, which is still very good. Actually, I've got it. It's very good, which allowed you to chop things up into bits and rec files or whatever. It was called Recycle. I'm calling this upcycling. So I'm going to start with the Amen Brother by the Winstons, from the song Amen Brother by the Winstons. So this is an interesting one because it's kind of, I got it off the internet. I didn't sample it off the record. Let's have a listen to it. So we can already hear that there's a lot of stuff on the right-hand side, and this is not the tempo that it's at on the original record. So let's get started. Let's turn on warp. I'm going to choose a tempo of 140. Every break, I'm going to sort of find a middle ground at about 140 BPM. Okay, so I've turned on warp. Let's go to the first transient, which isn't really the first transient, but let's go with Ableton's Instincts. Let's set 1 here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this all up to 140 BPM. Looks like it's done it already. Let's have a listen, shall we? No. No, not at all. And that's because it's not 4 bars long. It's 3.5. 2, 3, 2, 4. It's actually 3 bars long. So we can take this bit here and indeed this bit and move that to there. And then that should be a little bit more beautiful. So yeah, we've got a problem there, and we're going to have to make some decisions because there's different content on either side of the channel. So what we can actually do then is use the utility and have a listen to each side. Let's just listen to the left. Oh no, hang on. Left, here we go. That's the left-hand side. Sounds kind of naff. That's the right-hand side. Okay, so I've summed them both to mono. Okay. This is the thing with the Amen break. It doesn't really need any quantizing. It's pretty much all dead on the grid. Isn't it just brilliant? It's amazing. Look at that. But I'm going to quantize it anyway. So I'm going to select all. I'm going to do Command U. They are now all quantized. Now I got repitch on, so it's going to sound a bit wibbly wobbly woo. So let's put it to beats. Set it to the forward only transient. And what I like to do is I like to pitch it just above so that I can hear that the gaps are coming through, and then I back down a few semitones until there's no gaps. So we're going to do that. Okay, too many gaps. Let's come down. I'm not convinced with that. Better. Not convinced with this first one either. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's sounding much better. So it does sound a little bit, I mean, not the best sounding sample, but that's the whole point. We're going to kind of make it sound a little bit more interesting without too much. These aren't going to be like super long videos. So I guess we could just go super basic. Let's just get the where's the channel EQ? We could maybe just boost a little bit of those highs. Not too many of the lows, and then I think just stick a drum bus on. Let's just put the drum bus on, see what that can give us. Let's maybe put a limiter afterwards as well. Where's the limiter? This is going to be super quick and dirty stuff. Yeah, I think a nice cut it around there is... It's a little clicky, maybe I'd pull the high back down. Okay, so I've gone for 0.5 on the transients and actually 50% on the dry wet on the drum bus. I think it's... Let's just see what some of those others sound like. It's terrible. Too much. Okay, I think that sounds fine. So I'm going to get this resampling show. I'm going to rename it to Amen Ned Rush. I'm going to resample that. That should already be good to go. So let's hit record. And actually what I might do is leave this one running so that sometimes when you do some quite aggressive compression and you start recording straight away, the compressor is kind of cooled down a little bit. And so actually it's probably a good idea to start resampling once the compressor is cooking, as it were, doing its job, because then what you can get sometimes are these smacks at the start because the compressor has to kick in like straight away. So fire it off, let the compressor get warmed up, and then record it. Okay, let's have a look at it. Look at that lovely, chunky, good stuff there. So now I'm going to save this as a clip. I don't want it to be beats. I'm going to send it to repitch. Everything looks pretty good to me. Some of the transients are a little late. That could be some latency or something, or it could just be because I didn't quantize them 100% on the grid. But, you know, don't get too fussy about this stuff. It'll slow you down. Just go. Right, so I'm going to save that clip now. And that's it. That's the end of episode 1. So yeah, this is basically what I'm going to do every day for the rest of March of 2024. I'm going to take a classic break in alphabetical order and upcycle them. Hopefully make them sound a little bit more exciting. I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon. I'm going to do one every day. Come and get involved. Get some breaks. Upcycle breaks. Yeah, from Ned Rush. Nice one. Okay. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.